universe sees all.
Hello, good morning. The subs are rolling down, so what a better chance for me to get another revealing video out. Make the trolls realize that even though they're taking control of the subscribers counts, that I still appreciate my community and I will post as often as I can, whether you subscribe or not. What do you think of this? A green moon, never before seen. This video is going to be very revealing. There's going to be a lot of troll comments, and I'm looking forward to answering them, as always. So the sun and the moon were aligned low in the sky. One was going up, one was going down. The moon descending on December 10th, and the sun rising December 10th, about 10-15 minutes after the sunrise. Let's do a test. That's the moon with a P900. If you have a P900, Nikon P900, you know that in the evening the moon is brown, and in the day it's white. When you descend the exposure, it becomes blue, and people say, hey, we can see the sky through the moon, right? But what are you going to say when I show you this? There's the exposure, no color or saturation, of course, and I'm going to prove it even further in the video to show you all the process. I'm going to bring down the exposure like I've been saying for 7 years, but look what happened this time. I'm effing blown away. That's right, you're looking at a freaking green moon. All the mares are green. It looks like islands, right? And maybe the other section, the saffron color atmosphere, like the astronauts told us, the same yellow color in the sky. That, my friend, is atmosphere, okay? I've showed you the blue oxygen line around the moon also. The moon is in the atmosphere of Earth. The geocorona of Earth extends 100,000 kilometers past the moon, and there's still oxygen. So any other even planet past the moon, there would even be vegetation there. Look at that. Bringing it down and seeing it green. Now hang on. Most of you are going to say, well, big whoop, I'm going to do the same thing, go right outside. Well, you won't be able to. And it's not a filter because I'm showing it to you. Here with the exposure descended, there you see green moon. I am blown away. So of course, what do you think I wanted to do this morning? Well, to go out and get that moon. So look at the moon. That's the moon that you just saw. What you're looking at. No greenery or anything. If I bring the exposure down, you see it completely green, which is crazy cool. And it has to do with a different lighting around Earth, maybe something bright in the solar system. It could be many things. You can see here, it's the sun reflecting on the surface. There's no saturation, as I showed you. And we're not done. We're going to do some more tests. Let's get right into it. So I said to myself, if I go back out the next day and try it, this is still December 10th. 2022, the day before Artemis 1 came back from having tried to terraform the moon, or who knows what they were doing out there, right? Vegetation on the moon. What do you guys think of seeing the greenery? As a matter of fact, in my research, I was able and still able to show many times, and every time I go up with a telescope, to show the greenery inside Mare serenitatis, Mare fecunditatis. That's what you see at the top, Mare fecunditatis. Complete greenery in every mare on the entire moon. Always and only those sections. Look at that. Everything else around it could be water. It could have clouds around it hiding the truth. So you saw it. I didn't do any saturation. And now we're going to do the moon test today. And I was right. We can see yet again just the blue appearing through the moon when you descend the exposure, like I've shown you for the past 7 years, right? Well, 6 years completed. 7th year of research started now. This is an incredible video. It should be just as incredible as any moon video or UFO video, because I believe that that's what they're hiding. There are people up there. There's a system up there. They could be hiding literally in the foliage, like Elias says, or he says foliage. Yeah, absolutely. It could be trees. It could be just plants. It could be the water that's looking green as compared to the blue. Right. December 13th. Now let's try today's moon. So the moon is quite a bit higher than it was at the beginning of the video on December 10th. We're December 13th. It is the morning. Again, same time, of course, exactly after sunrise, but maybe instead of 15 minutes after sunrise, this is probably about half an hour after the sunrise, early morning, around 8ish. Check it out. We see a regular moon like I showed at the beginning, but now we're going to descend the exposure, and let's see what happens when we descend the exposure, if that blue will appear like usual.
It stopped. Let's try it again. I want to see if that color is going to change again on that moon. But now the moon is a lot higher up in the sky, so let's see what happens.
So I hope the members are watching. I showed them the green moon, but I didn't do this test. So to my surprise, actually I wasn't surprised at all. Check it out. Let's see what the moon looks like when we descend the exposure. Will the green appear? Drum roll, please, as we descend the exposure here. I'm even going to do a saturation. There you go. See, saturation up and down. I want you to see that there's no saturation. Let's even go a little lower. Right there at the line. There we go. And we're going to descend the exposure. So let's see if it will go green again. It won't. It's going to be blue, like everybody always sees when I descend the exposure. Through the past 6 years of my research, there we are. Not one sign of any greenery or yellow. Why is it different? Because it was in a different area in the sky. More will be revealed to us as the matrix falls. Keep your eyes open. You never know. It could be just one day that you're going to see something. So see, just a regular moon here. And this was the moon on the 10th. Right here. Look at that. This is so exciting. Here we are back on December 10th. Early morning. Exposure down. Let's ridiculously take the exposure. Hey, check it out. That's what the moon looks like. Green. Vast greens and yellows, maybe because of the seasonal changes. Saffron sky, the atmosphere there. On top of it, we got buildings, we got people there, and we have the Pentagon that got caught trying to do tests there. They even wanted to nuke the moon. So the members that saw the video yesterday, well, that was the other half where you saw I did the test on the 13th this morning, and lo and behold, we don't have that green moon anymore. I've never seen it before, and you could look through all of my research and you'll never, ever, anywhere on this channel, over 2,000 videos, now approaching much more than 2,000 videos, you'll never see any green moon that way that I showed with the P900, right? So real quickly, guys, this was filmed yesterday on December 12th. The sun, look at that sunspot there, just off the right edge, eastern side of the sun. We see a lot of other spots, less big than they were, except for that big mama on top. I showed some of this on the members channel, but I want to get you guys to get a little glimpse of that incredible explosion, fusioning that's going on right now on the top of the sun. Take a look at that, guys. Many people ask me, what are the names at the end of the video? Those are the ones who contributed on my fundraiser, myevent.com. When I started this channel, there were no donations or chat donations or super thanks and everything. And I only had one fundraiser, as I always have. And I've been putting the names up there. But there's a lot of other names that should be there. If I was to put all the names of the people that support me at the streams, I'd have thousands of pages. Patricia Parker, thank you so much for your generous contributions and for being a part of the community. I added your name to the end of the video.
Aliens are landing on the moon, yes they are up there. Doesn't matter cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.